Hey, it's Lee, and I'm here with an Impact review for April 19th, 2018. We start the show with a video package recounting the events that led to the new main event for Redemption. So basically, it's the Alberto Del Rio feud, then the firing, and the match uh, for the Lucha versus Impact show. Um, Braxton Sutter comes out to introduce Su Young. They're facing Kira Hogan and Falaba. Um, this is not a mixed tag, it's an intergender match, so there is a little bit of interaction between the men and women. Not much. I wrote down the ones that kind of occurred. There was a cannonball on the outside by Su Young onto Ba. There was a leg drop by Hogan onto Sutter. And Su Young also took a kendo stick to Ba. Eventually, the way this match ends is Su Young hits her finisher on Hogan for the pin. And then they're kind of. Su Young is in the aisle, and Ali actually runs down and attacks Su Young, showing that she's not afraid of her and she's showing her an aggressive side and pretty much setting up the match at Redemption. Then you see Conan talking, and he just basically says that Steiner's a wild card. Drake doesn't even know if Steiner's going to show up, and things along those lines. That was the whole thing. It was kind of a, not, I don't want to say a waste of time, but it didn't really accomplish much. Mackenzie Mitchell is interviewing Jimmy Jacobs and Congo Kong. Jacobs asks Mitchell what it's like to be pretty and have everything given to you. And equates her to Johnny Impact, who's pretty and is kind of entitled. It's fine. I thought it was kind of awkward when you asked the question to the interviewer. It made it awkward for her, and I like that. I actually like the awkward feeling that you got from that. So, KM is in the ring, and he basically tells the crowd that he's an innovator. He's going to start the KM Open Challenge. And then he calls out jobbers from various organizations in various eras. And then he basically calls to the back, basically says to the boys, he says like, hey, come out for my KM challenge. He's basically hoping a jobber comes out. And instead, Brian Cage comes out. And KM does a little bit of a comedy thing where he doesn't want to fight him. He says they're boys, tries to fist bump him. Cage obviously disagrees, and he dominates. He hits his discus lariat, and he essentially hits an F5 for the pin. So he normally goes for the, it's screw something? I wish I could remember it right now. But anyways, he doesn't hit his typical finisher. He hits something that looks a lot like an F5 and gets the win that way. Cage is just an impressive guy. My roommate walked in and he doesn't really watch wrestling. He saw me. He was like, holy crap, what is that guy? So that's pretty cool. There's a video package with Jacobs talking up Congo Kong and talking about taking down Johnny Impact. Whatever, they're setting up a match. It happens. So then we do get the Congo Kong versus Johnny Impact match. It feels like Impact is going through his moveset in this match, but at 80% of the speed because he realizes he doesn't need to go that fast because Congo Kong's not that fast. It's fine, but some of his moves look kind of, well, not nearly as good when they're at that speed. Kong hits a cannonball on Impact on the outside against the metal steps, which really kind of put him out of action for a little while. Then Congo Kong throws the ref into a guardrail very violently at Jimmy Jacobs' suggestion, which was kind of a cool spot. You don't usually see refs take that kind of bump. Then Kong and Jacobs essentially set up some stairs in the ropes on the apron, and Kong more or less lawn darts Impact into the stairs. Impact is bleeding. It has to be a fake capsule. It didn't look like a big impact, but He's bleeding, and then blood always makes it more effective, so it looks pretty brutal. We go to commercial. We come back from commercial, and you see backstage Impact is getting worked on by a paramedic, and the paramedic is trying to set his nose. It's good drama for this was a non-match, but I like the drama of the blood, even whether or not it's fake. It's fine. I don't care. And then the paramedic resetting the nose was kind of a nice touch. And then you're going to get a kind of a, well, you'll notice a pattern in the next little bit. We get a video package for Ali versus Su Yung. It's actually very well done. I'm going to say a lot of people can crap on Impact for a lot of things. Video packages is not one of them. Sometimes their sound is a little off on the interview parts of their video packages. But in terms of editing and just the actual kind of structure, music combination, I find Impact is very good. I think, I won't say necessarily on par with WWE, but if you were to take these things and put them on WWE, they wouldn't look out of place. So I really enjoy their video packages. The Su Yung Ali one was probably the best one they made. The next one was Matt Sydal versus Petey Williams, which was also pretty good. And then we got a video package for the tag team matches. So for Eli Drake and Scott Steiner versus LAX. And then that one was not nearly as involved. It was more of a just like clips of what's happened on TV over the past few weeks. Then we get Eli Drake in an interview with Mackenzie Mitchell. He says he tosses his $500 glasses away. I'm guessing they're more like $10 glasses, but that's fine. Then Steiner comes in and he says that all Conan ever did was carry his bags and calls him a little bitch. And he says they're taking their titles. That's fine. I think Steiner is a wild card. You never know what he's gonna say. I kind of like that energy that he has. And then the show basically, again, you're gonna hear a running theme, but we get a replay of the Impact versus Lucha main event, which had Austin Aries versus two of the Lucha Underground guys, and it's going to be the main event at Redemption as well. It was a fine match. I've already reviewed it once, so I'm not going to go over it again. And then at the end, we had a video package for Redemption, so it's just people saying catchphrases for Redemption over and over again. It was fine though. That's how you build a show. But you'll note in the last like half hour of the show, there was 5 video packages. There was no wrestling except for, there was the bit of wrestling there was a replay. So it wasn't all that exciting an episode. But they're setting up their pay-per-view. Go-home shows typically aren't very good. I'm going to go ahead and give this episode like a 5.5 out of 10. There really wasn't all that much to hold on to. But, the video packages were good. At the very least, the video packages were good. Impact is having their pay-per-view this weekend. I believe it's tomorrow. I don't know. I don't think it plays here. I looked into it. I contacted my service provider just in case, and I didn't see a way for me to get it through my satellite service. So unless there's a way to do it through the website or something like that, and there might very well be, I'm probably not seeing this thing, at least not live. I can see if I can find a source afterwards. But yeah, I'll try. I've been committed to watching all these things. I'm not going to stop now. So that was Impact for this week. Again, like I said, not the most exciting, but it's a go-home show. You kind of forgive them a little bit on this. And again, video packages, probably the highlight. All right, thanks for watching. Have a good one.